Hello there and welcome to Schofield Studios. And Quiet Place Part 2 is coming very soon. So I thought I'd watch the Quiet Place Part 1 again in preparation. I thought today I would review it. Tell me in the comments what you thought of Quiet Place. Now sit back, relax, and let's begin. And I thought this was a very well made, very well directed original story. You never know how good John Krasinski is at directing until you see this film. So let's go on to the good. And as I said, the directing is really good. For the movie, they're trying to tell where everything has to be as quiet as possible, or else the death angels will come and kill them. I thought they did a very good job directing it. Every little sound you can kind of hear with your ear. The sound design is very good for a movie that really needs good sound design. And they just pay attention to every detail, making a lot of very good suspense for the film. Also, as an Office fan, I really did enjoy this film because, well, John Krasinski is in the lead role, and he plays Jim Halpert in The Office, so it was really fun seeing him in this role. Once in a while, I can't take him seriously because, well, I mostly see him as this TV character, but most of the time he's just a really great actor, so he really feels like a different person. And yeah, the acting is really good. For the actors, they don't really talk that much. They don't have any real lines of dialogue. They normally just do sign language. But you can tell, you can see in the emotion of their eyes and facial expressions that really makes their acting very good. You really believe that they are a real family trying to live through the apocalypse. And this doesn't feel like one of your normal apocalypse trying to survive this invasion movie. No, it tries to do something different with it. That'll lead to a problem that I'll talk about later, but they really try something very original. And from the monsters design to the whole idea of the monsters are blind and can hear from a lot of miles away the tiniest of sound, I thought that was done very well. This is 100% an original story, and that's very good because most of the movies these days are rather remakes, reimaginings, reboots, or just an adaptation of a book or TV show, or plays by the same roles of every genre there is in history. But this really tries something very original. It's not quite a horror movie, although it actually does have some very scary jump scares. And it also looks very good. It looks 4K. I mean, from the directing, which is good, add that with a very good production design, a very good setting, and just the way the camera just wide shots this farm. They do a really good job with it. It all looks very neat. And it actually makes the movie feel more real. It feels real aside from The Walking Dead, where they have these megalomaniacs and then there's these straight up villains. Here, it feels real. There is no villains besides the monsters. It doesn't try to go over top, it doesn't try to go right into it. It's basically just telling a story about a family who's trying to give birth to a baby in a world where if you make any sound, the monsters will hear it and charge to you. And they give the characters these character arcs. You really feel what they feel, and they just have all these problems, these solutions, their own personalities, of how they like each other, how they don't like each other. And it just really feels like a real people, and the acting is good. Mix that together with well written characters, and then you really care for these people to survive. So when John Krasinski's character, I'm sorry, I don't remember anybody's name in this movie, but anyways, When John Krasinski's character dies, you really feel it. It's really sad. And yeah, the standout here is the directing, the acting, the sound, the 4K, the originality of it. And that's basically what makes this a very good movie. And that's why I'm excited for the sequel. But there is a couple flaws, so let's go on to the bad. And because they spend so much time in the farm, they really just don't go out of their league to do something very interesting with the story. It does do something interesting and it does focus on the family a lot, but it just doesn't really expand the world. It doesn't give us a clear meaning of what the world is like. We don't know if the whole world's in evacuation or if everyone is dead. We don't really see any other real people in this movie besides one character. And that's why I'm glad that there's going to be a sequel because it's going to expand on the whole world and, world building for the whole franchise. It's going to make us understand the world better. Here, they just stay in the farm. That can be frustrating a little bit, but other than that, this is a really good movie. So let's go on to our final ranking. And I'm going to give this movie a 8.3 out of 10. I think it does a really good job on what it's trying to do. The acting is really good, the directing is very good, and it just has this nice taste of originality to it. They do a very good job making suspense. It looks great. The only problem is they don't really try to expand to that. What they're trying to tell, the story they're trying to tell, it's small, but they do a very good job with it. But what's frustrating is that you want it to be bigger, and that's why I'm glad there's a sequel coming up. So this movie, I couldn't really put too high because it doesn't really try anything out of its league. But I can't put low because, well, it's a really good film. A lot of great acting, a lot of great directing. It just is frustrating that they don't try to do more with it. And thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and click the bell if you want to see more from me. Tell me in the comments any movies you want me to review in the future. This has been Schofield Studios, where you're the audience, and cut.